Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Yay. Ready for more Palace of the Dead?
Woo.
Now that it's not raining, yes.
What do you think we'll get to tonight?
Well, definitely 150.
Oh, yeah,
Hopefully
totally.
more,
easily.
that'd be nice. Definitely 150, preferably want to see at least 160. Hey
Here's
Doodles, hey
hoping.
Octi.
Shall we get this show on the road?
Let's...
No, let's get it underground where it belongs.
Deep, deep underground.
Yeah.
Pretty good on our palms. And let's start it off right with a Mimic. Add it to the counter.
Incoming gourmand.
Oh, my counters aren't up.
Uh-oh.
Give me a pause here, or do you think you girls can take this?
Nah, we're
We got
okay.
this.
We're still doing a pretty good deal of damage. Oh, there's the exit.
He's nice and dead. Going for
There's
the
our tally. And why are we -1 explosions?
That was a good question. Alteration.
Okay, that should be good.
And there's passage.
Yeah, we've got a couple friends here.
I just want to get his eyes together again.
Yeah, go ahead and pop that. Racing is our friend. And you've already got an alteration running, so that's unneeded. Yeah, just before showtime, I was talking to Brian Kay here about the current standing of the Blizzard Activision King Microsoft purchase. Took an interesting turn this week, thanks for the info from Bellular News. Apparently, the European Union has came out and said, we will only approve this if you buy King, or sorry, buy Activision or buy Blizzard, you cannot buy both. You are very soft.
Shouldn't be.
Nothing there.
How long has that been true?
You should be fine now. Sometimes it's hard to hear you over the sound of combat in my ear.
There is that.
I got
I
nailed.
can't help you.
Yep, someone got paralyzed.
Yeah, that would be me.
I'm sorry, I can't help you. There is no Versuna.
It'd be overpowered anyway.
Purity.
There's
Verily.
word.
Yep, there it is.
So it'll be interesting to see whether they actually break up Activision Blizzard King just so that Microsoft can purchase a component.
Would not surprise me.
in other news of the week, for anyone out there who's interested in getting themselves, in the case of people like me, yet another role-playing game. Regular role-playing game, not computer role-playing game. Humble Bundle is currently doing a bundle for Pathfinder. The base level is like 7 products, which is basically the main 3 books, the main world book, the main bestiary, and then it's like a package of pawns, features basically, a small adventure, and the beginner's box. $5. Yeah. There's a $15 package that adds some extra things, basically kind of the secondary books, theory, DM guide, things like that. And then there's a $25 version, which has like a bunch of adventures and play maps and things like that in it. The main thing is, while you do not actually need a Humble Bundle login to actually buy anything through them, you will have to go to Paizo and get a login on their system. Because they have their own PDF, RPG PDF store, and the PDFs that you will get access to come through that.
We can bail.
Yep. And like you said, yeah. And
like
this
there's
is all Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Nice. Basically D&D 3.8.
Yeah, Paizo's still running off the high that Wizards gave them.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Considering that they apparently sold about 6 months worth of product in 1 month during the entire brouhaha.
8 months and 2 weeks.
Thank you. I didn't want to exaggerate it, but yeah, that does sound like what they said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I read.
Yeah. So, right now, yeah, you can go to Humble Bundle and get, a really good $5. Very good 15 for $5. I don't know if I'll ever get around to reading the books. If I do, I probably won't do much more than read them. But at $5, it became a, yeah, I can't skip this.
We're open.
Oh, nice.
Someone ping that copper while they're running by. I'm trying to remember, Carolyn's basic opinion of Pathfinder was great character generation, but a little too niddly on the combat.
I'm not sure I think so. It is...
Which makes sense for the era and generation it came out in.
Yeah, considering this kind of the climax version of D&D 3rd, it is going to be a relatively...
Help, 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 help!
Somebody got riveted.
Ribbit! Ribbit, ribbit! Ribbit!
Not working on it.
Ouch.
Ow.
That hurt.
Would you stop running away from me?
Man, you got aggro good.
Oh, I am a tank! Okay, hold on. Toe trap. Okay.
You need to be able to shirk while you're toaded. Don't pick on me, I'm just a toad.
Well, getting into tabletop RPG is a little hard for me right now. I've been helping Clear Skies out with World at War, Drone World at War.
Yeah. But if you're interested, spend the $5, download the PDF and get to it when you can.
Yeah,
We're
that's
open.
true.
Anyone check that chest in the corner?
I think it was a Serenity.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes, it is. And well, gee.
I'll be honest, one of my problems was like, yeah, a new role-playing game, that could be interesting. With what time? I'm spending all my life in FF14!
Yes.
There's a chest around here.
There's the
page.
Let me get
Hey,
set up. Oh,
your
here's
favorite.
the exit. This monk is going away. Good night, monk. Oh, can I get to the Catoblephus in time? Come back here, Catoblephus. Boop. And you go boop too. Ow.
You get a swipe, and you get a
Plus
swipe,
trap.
and
Add it to the counter.
I feel better now, thank you.
And passage is open.
that tends to happen.
Come back here so I can swipe you.
Leads.
Okay, get that explosion.
Thank you for the link.
Yep.
Yes. This is the second time I've purchased a Humble Bundle. I've generally not paid much attention to them, but like 6 months ago or so, they had some GURPS bundles that were also too good for me to pass up. Of course, I like GURPS, so
You
that's
can use that.
okay.
No sprint, by the way.
And worse. Yeah, so testing has been going pretty well so far. Last time we were working with tanks, attack, defense, that type of stuff. Heavy tanks are very, very scary.
Yeah.
But then again, they're supposed to be.
Just make sure your
Oh,
bridges are strong
We can
enough.
sort of use that.
Yeah. Basically, it's starting to come down to know your environment and your equipment, because those can save your rear when deep tanks and other units that get like almost 20 dice on a roll.
And now we just need to find the exit.
Oh, it's being nice and linear so far.
Split up.
You spoke too soon.
It looks like it's
It
the
hurt.
south. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. And it's not there, so yeah.
Yeah, it's your direction.
Before that, did a little bit of what was it? Kind of figuring out like some of the more mission-based stuff, optional mission stuff, and air support. We're working on that. I have found that aquatic units can do a lot of fun. Stealth with aquatic units is really, really enjoyable.
Oh boy.
So in that particular scenario, we had to knock out a couple of AAAs in order to get access to air support. There were 3 in total. Did a little bit of experimenting with
Mimic.
engineers.
Where?
Back here in the
here.
corridor.
Did someone get popped? Yeah, I got popped.
You're welcome.
So we've been getting a lot of experimenting and stuff done, and it's been a lot of fun working everything out.
Very good.
Still need to kind of work on magic. Nobody's built a unit that really uses it yet, so I'm gonna have to sit down and work with that, try and make a magic unit, and unfortunately it's kind of a pain in the butt because the magic system hasn't really had all the kinks worked out yet.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah, that would be a problem.
Serenity, yeah.
You
we
just
can use
cannot
that.
get sprint coverage here.
Man, it's Verizon.
We're on Verizon. We won't
Sad.
disagree with you. Oh, we have a choice: Verizon or AT&T.
Yeah.
I pity you.
We chose Verizon.
Yeah, not the greatest options there.
And I am incapacitated for 18 seconds. Ten seconds.
Fortune.
Popping fortune. Grab that.
Thank you. Oh, purity. No, you got it.
There we go.
Check that chest and let's go.
Alteration.
Alterations. Thanks.
Thank you, Doodles.
Ooh, let me set up. Not this room. You guys can take care of that room.
Nice.
Raging.
Must fortune.
Do 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 do.
There it is.
You get smacked. And you get
luring.
smacked. And you get smacked.
And we have an action.
And you get smacked and heading back your way. Smack. And smack. And smack.
Thank you.
We're out of here. Might want to check the chest in the corner. Got 21 seconds.
And another luring.
You get smacked. Hey, action.
Hey, action.
Welcome back. Right then. Ready?
Yep. Yeah.
I want my charge. Why do I have no charge?
Well, my whole unload cycle.
Then one to the side.
Yeah, there was other things that happened this week, but now I can't remember them. Besides the typical drama that everyone's been talking about. You guys got the boots?
Yep. Working on it.
Yeah, less that's said about Hogwarts, the better.
Oh, yeah, I was just going to completely ignore that.
Just to bring the subject up to completely ignore it, that's... yeah, that's all we'll say.
Yeah. I was thinking more of the GTA drama. Ow.
Hot medic, you're on the job.
And of course, the whole thing with the GTA came right on the heels of the entire thing with the Ultimate World first.
Yeah.
Lot of
Ow. Ow.
We still have a boot up.
Yes.
working on it.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Get us the booted in the
Yeah, sorry if you guys get ads for that thing, but I recommend not avoiding it. Just avoid it.
On the other hand, another game that just came out, Second Front. It's basically an advanced squad leader alike. There's been a couple of games in the past that have said they're going to be basically advanced squad leader on the computer, and they weren't. The first one being a game originally called Beyond Squad Leader and Avalon Hill, basically eventually back in the day when they were pulled the license and said use a different name. It looks like a good game, but it's not Squad Leader.
beating them there.
Well, I've got a double stack of poison on me, so...
Yeah, no.
I'm okay. He's alright! Oh, sorry to hear that, Action. Action's talking about his solo Heaven on High run, and he went poof.
Oh.
That's okay,
no.
Action. My horror story from last night was I got tagged out on floor 76 by an explosive trap off of a mimic that was a full room of mimics that I had gathered up and used petrification on. Got them all down successfully. Keep in mind that during all this, Gloom is going. And I was like, okay, they've dropped all these chests. I better tap them really quick so I don't have to come back here. Boom! Dead. Explosive trap. Yeah, I was not happy. But all I could do... All I could do was just stand there and go, that was my own stupid.
Yeah.
I know better! We could probably do these guys. But we didn't.
Second Front is basically imitating a classic World War II tactical war game. At the moment, it just handles Americans, Russians, and Germans. Supposedly the AI is fairly smart from some of the reports I'm seeing. basically going, okay, if I do this little maneuver, I should be able to get around everything. And oh, the AI actually figured out what I was doing and put itself in the way before I barely got started.
Now, is this a board game or a computer game?
Computer game based on the board game Advanced Squad Leader.
Oh.
And it's sounding like it is fairly...
There's like 3 manticores in a row there. Woo!
Yes, yes there are.
Yeah, you're...
A lot of damage.
You're doing this a bunch. And now that the pressure's off, I can actually do damage.
Now keep in mind, I home glammed through that.
Yeah, I can. I thought
With good reason. I am not the kind of healer who can heal you through that.
Oh, bugger.
violence.
Yes.
Yeah. Ah, that's
Sure.
a dead end room.
Yep. Yeah.
I think I can get the chest
Let's
though.
fix it.
No, I can't get the chest. Help me! Really?
Mimic.
9 seconds.
Yep, that's Mimic.
Oh, I couldn't get off in time.
What's this gargoyle doing picking on me? Other than a lot of damage. Thank you. We are definitely taking damage this level.
Yes. What's in this? Is it a purity? Yes, it's a purity. Thank you. I am pure again. Hey, Battle. Oh, I hope the launch was good.
Yes.
No exploding rockets or leaking fuel or roasted buzzards.
I sense a tail there.
It's one of their launches. Oh.
I don't know if it was SpaceX, but someone caught this sad video of a vulture getting too close to a solid fuel rocket for launch. Yeah, it was toast.
Yeah, I bet.
And of course, people were complaining, can't we do anything about keeping the birds away? And they're like, we try. Trust us, we try.
Yeah, they do.
Being birds involved with those kinds of electronics is never a good thing.
Just as long as they aren't frozen.
Yeah.
Incoming Manticore.
Yes, I see him.
Turn around.
Come here, pretty.
Okay, if you're calling him pretty, you have spent way too much time as a Manticore yourself.
Sorry.
You're getting too used to it.
Steel, I'm taking that one.
Probably didn't need to do that.
But you did it anyway.
So,
Yeah,
one of the things I've been doing lately. Oh, hello, Mr. Manticore.
Way.
Is I've been taking Occam's into Palace of the Dead to do some solo runs in there to try and get his XP up a little. And I was suddenly reminded something we haven't done in a long, long time that we're going to need to do with the new place.
Yeah.
Get your Aether pool up.
Rebuilding our Aether pools. And
Oh,
that is
yes.
going to be painful. Hello, Mimic.
Did you get the last couple counters?
Yes.
The audience got to miss all of that process.
Yeah, and trust me, it was painful. Action should know this very well right now.
I mean, the advice for the original Palace of the Dead was, you know, run like the first 10 levels and then reset and run them again and keep doing it until your Aether pool is at least 10 on both stats.
And then go and do that for the 20s. Oh!
Heck.
Wow!
Are they feeling left out or something?
Apparently.
They haven't been doing their job because the explosion counter keeps being higher?
Must be.
Somebody make it.
I'll leave that to Tay. Stop picking on Tay and look at me! I'm the studly one here!
To be my sidekick's boyfriend.
Yes! So one of the animes, it's not the greatest anime in the world, but it's not bad either. It at least does things to where a lot of the skits are short, so they don't overstay their welcome.
Which is a good bit of writing right there. That could be hard.
Satumi, handyman in another world. It's like a complete Izeki story. But you can tell this person has played way too many role-playing games, as in tabletop role-playing games.
Real RPGs.
Marriage matchmakers to form parties to go dungeon delving. One of the main characters is this 80-year-old wizard who's like ungodly levels, but has been around the block so much he's gone senile, so he can't remember his spells even though he has the power to cast them. The main character himself is, of course, this Izeki guy, who is effectively a per-contractor handyman. Who felt that he wasn't appreciated in the real world. And now that he's in this Izeki one, he's found this party who adores him because he can, like, make lunch. Oh god, it's a room full of mimics. Let's go around this way.
Told you.
Damn it.
We wait.
Sorry about that.
So that was in this party that he can make sandwiches and carry around and distribute their equipment.
Okay.
And pick locks, because that was what he did the most of in the real world, was pick people's locks because they forgot their keys.
Yeah.
So, oh, right. We're
Strength.
looking for Horde. Hey, we'll take that.
And there's Horde.
I am enjoying it. As basically light filler compared to some of the other stuff we've had. Okay, let's go!
Curious series which will remain unnamed because we can't be bothered to remember the title in the first place.
I mean, we've got a whole mess of drama stuff, so having this nice fluff piece in the middle of it is like, yeah, this is nice. I need this. Though I am very disappointed in Nier Automata, it can't be helped, but it's like the first 3 episodes that came out, they were awesome. But we'd never seen episode 4, and I finally looked it up online and found out that the reason why there is no episode 4 is it's delayed indefinitely.
Oh.
Due to COVID at the studio.
Oh.
Yeah, COVID apparently rips through the entire studio, so...
Bad time for an outbreak.
Yeah, so now they're all basically going to be recovering from that and not producing the next episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I
Boys.
saw that Pokeball. Good.
Best. The best that around. Got another one coming out.
Yeah, there's been a lot of anime lately. It's like, why are you spending this amount of budget on this pile of...
Yeah. I mean, J-List has been complaining about it. They're basically like scouring all the sites where you can basically just self-publish your own story, basically fan sites, really, and picking up various ones of those because I don't know why, but many of them have not been very good.
Which is sad because it's like, hey, I've got properties. Come to me.
Yeah. Kill a Dragon would make a really good show.
No,
I think so. Oh, hello.
Pork run around.
Yeah.
Actually, we safetied this floor.
Yes, we did.
Let's have some fun. Make sure I don't die.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There's a reason why I targeted him. Ow. That's going to be a problem.
Working on the raid. Raid this down.
Incoming. Me.
Bad doggy.
You.
Bad doggy, no biscuit. Now, we're just low enough that I can pull this stuff. But yeah, I was wondering where episode 4 was, and I finally looked it up online, and it's like, oh.
It's a few weeks late now, and it's going to be a few weeks later.
Oh, it's coming out next Saturday?
Steel.
Oh, really? No, I don't think we did. Check on Doodles.
You know what?
Too busy thinking.
Grab that rage.
What?
There was a chest that had rage in it.
Oh, probably this one there. Yep.
Doodles is saying that next Saturday the episode should be out. Production will continue from there. And Yoko Taro apparently did something to help promote the show, which...
Tuition's already running.
Ah, gotcha. That makes sense. But it was like, I was really starting to wonder, it's like, oh. Because if it actually missed the season, trying to get a new time slot for it would have been a pain in the Watusi.
Yeah.
Oh look! Palace Keepers.
What palace
They're keeping
keepers?
very good.
Ah, your sword.
Good timing on that.
And a toad
I see.
trap.
Doesn't
Count.
count.
Can't use that steel. Boo.
Steel. Oh yeah. No items.
Mm.
But the exit's open as soon as we can find it. I have to say, after seeing the first 3 episodes, I have been seriously impressed. I've actually
I was personally very surprised.
I actually played the game, and I think it's really nice how they handled it, where it's a lot of new material for people who have played the game, but they're fleshing things out in a way that if you haven't, it actually is a really good
More
introduction.
rage.
You do not need to have played the game in order to really enjoy the anime. And that is a hard needle to thread writing-wise.
The main thing I will say is that those ending spots go by way too fast.
Yes, they do. I'm hoping it'll be a little relieved when it actually gets dubbed in English, though we might not see the dub because it's being done by Aniplex.
Let's sound.
Certain.
Yes, it is.
And Aniplex is notoriously bad about keeping their stuff too close to their chest when it comes
Exits
to
up.
dubs and DVDs and things of that nature.
Strength yourself,
right. They're
right?
the ones who still try to. They're the ones who still try to sell like an episode of DVD or anything.
They have been known to do that. Their like collected DVDs are like several $100s.
Yeah, Doodles, that should be okay. I think we can trust you.
I believe you have a subscription, so you should be able to post a link. It's
Incoming
just,
Palace Keeper.
it looks like no. I'd have to change the settings.
Oh well. Yeah. Darn. Palace. Nope. And 2 in behind me. Yeah, they're still coming this way. Can't look away.
Oh, I looked away. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, that really hurt.
Thankfully, I was winding up the first cure for that already.
Thank you.
I knew it was going to happen.
However, I've been meaning to do this for some time. When you have a moment...
Turn into a manticore?
No. Well, you know I enjoy turning into a manticore, but that's beside the point.
Exit's up here.
When we hit the
you were going to
exit...
say.
I think we can sneak through.
Oops. Too late.
That was not plan sneaky sneak. We need to work on your sneaky sneaks.
Ruby had other ideas.
Safety. Obviously, you have not played Ninja enough.
I don't even pretend to be fake ninja.
This boss time. Dang, that came fast.
This was a slower floor.
Didn't feel like it.
We do have an official Discord for this streaming service. Woohoo!
Okay, yes. Yeah, hold on.
So if you have Discord, please feel free to join. We do have rules. If you're familiar with Baron's server, they're kind of similar. We're just a little more FF14 and game focused.
There we go.
That's up.
want my gap closer, dang it!
Yeah, boy.
We have the fanatical succubus up.
Ooh, yeah, definitely want to get her down.
Of course, right, 'cause I don't have the burst.
Handle.
Nicely done. Yeah, sorry about the non-mod not being able to post links. We kind of had to fiddle with that in order to avoid some of the spammer traffic we'd gotten in the past.
Oh, yes.
If you
Oh,
remember
yes.
some of that debacle. We ready for another floor set?
Yep.
One more floor set, here we go.
And I see Battle Axe and Doodles have indeed joined this server.
Woohoo!
Deal.
Steel! I'm going to take this one as soon as the party portraits leave so I can get access to it. Thank you!
About time to start sticking together now. We should hit
Yep.
the floor one.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, need to start using these.
Yes.
We are in the correct floor set for it.
Well, damn.
Handle!
Dance is bad and you should feel sad.
You get a good night's sleep, Action!
Yes. Glad to have you along at all.
Tomorrow, more time with the Emerald Weapon! Of which I got that highlight up on the site now.
Steal out.
And here's the exit.
Oh, no, he is. He has stopped to pick on me.
Hey, Grim, let's do that.
Puddings.
Just don't tell Puddingway about this.
Yeah, I do not want you to do an escort quest for putting way down here.
Ugh.
Ew! And we definitely do not want...
Mimic.
We definitely do not want putting away playing with the gelatos in Western Chloris. Night action! Yeah, one anime I gave a try for and actually rather enjoyed. That was kind of poured over here, somewhat random.
Auto heal disable. Watch your health.
Was 8686.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, basic mecha war story. Focusing more on character development than the war itself, really.
Right.
Sight, we can use that.
Ooh, yes. Very glad.
Hello! Basic premise is you have a handler for a unit of fighters that everyone thinks is drones, but is actually a low-end race class situation that the lowers are meant to fight and die, and the uppers live in a nice pearly city. And this does not stand. Part of the situation with the bad guys is they're actually drones. They were originally a mechanized AI unit from a neighboring empire. I'm going to refresh my steel.
Yeah, you do that.
But one of the biggest problems is that the empire that created them didn't do a very good job in their AI testing. One, because they weren't designed to work with people, they just kind of killed everything.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, hello! Two,
Rage.
part of the AI system was an artificial neural network that was effectively a clone version of a human neural network, i.e. brain and spinal cord. These things are supposed to have a short life cycle of about 5 to 6 years, and they're getting towards the end of the cycle. Unfortunately, the drones have figured out that we can just replace this neural network with an actual human brain and spinal cord.
Ouch.
In the realm of you? We'll take you for 300, Alex?
So they're now running around and effectively killing humans on the battlefield, and then harvesting if the brain and spinal cord are in good condition.
Intact, yeah.
Intact.
Pull in an old predator, huh?
Yeah. Ah, not gonna make it.
Indeed not.
So you effectively have these ghosts running around the battlefield that kind of sort of maybe remembered being human once. And one of the main characters has a version of psychic powers that he can hear other people, including all the ghosts and the machines running around the battlefield.
Ooh. That's gonna be terrifying. Safety, yes please.
So you have a lot of that going on. It is a little matrixy, but it's not a artificial environment. I don't necessarily agree with the mech designs, but it's like, well, this is what they wanted to go with, so we'll roll with it. All in all, it's actually handled pretty well. I could really go for a third season. It lasted for 2. $86.86. Spelled out for the first 86, numerals for the second. Ooh, fortune.
Abilities unavailable.
And by the way,
We got it.
intuition.
Yeah, incoming.
Controller coming in.
The name derives from the fact that that is correct, Battle Axe. And we need to pull very carefully.
Yeah, no abilities.
Yeah.
So things like I can't stun or interrupt mimics and such.
Right, yep.
Alright, I was going to say
There's the
something and
exit.
now I've lost my train of thought like an idiot. Too busy killing pods! Look away! It is pretty grim, but at the same time, there's a lot of very human elements to it. And it isn't, thankfully, Shakespearean grim.
Everything dies horribly. Yeah. Way.
This is not a he dies, she dies, they all die. Just many of them die.
Or a little income.
Passage is active.
Pulling him back. Let's put it this way, it was good enough that I wanted to binge it because I wanted to know what happened next.
Yeah. Always the sign of a good story. Abilities unavailable.
I'll take that steal.
Yeah.
And let's clear out the... But this season, all the good stuff tends to be on the drama side.
Way.
I mean, we've got the current continuing Golden Kamui. You know, it's probably farther ahead than what we've watched because we've been a little slow on it. We, of course, got Nier Automata, which even intrigued Baron. He saw the end of the first episode and then sat down and watched the second with us, even though he said he was going to bed.
I need to go to bed. I'll watch the other one on like Thursday, and next thing we know, he's sitting down.
Yeah, he's singing Dave's chair. It was hilarious. Someone want to tap that chest? And we do have Horde this floor. And we are actually
Serenity, yes.
Yes, please! Oh, thank you! Now we can speed this up a bit.
Yeah.
We've got Trigun with...
Horde
New Trigun, yeah.
Yes.
I gotta sit down and watch that. The original Trigun from one of the first animes. I loved it.
I will state you do not need to see the original Trigun to enjoy this one.
Alright, no, not at all.
Not in the slightest. Unlike Brotherhood, which you actually kind of needed to watch the first season of the original.
Well, they did a good job of summarizing everything.
Oh wait, that's right, we're looking for.
Yeah, but they summarized it in such a way that it was hard to get emotional attachment.
Learning from.
Well, the only
Bring him
problem
here.
was there's one character that you just don't get enough of. But plot-wise, it was fine, and for pretty much everyone else, it was fine.
Making our way towards the exit.
Someone get the Horde?
Yeah, I stood on it. I need to pick it up. But I've been too busy hoping you guys not die.
Yeah,
Yes,
I've
that's
been
appreciated.
spinning for great justice.
Yes, you have.
Oh god, I think I've gotten motion sick now.
Though I
You
do
take
have
the
the
tank
question,
and
did
go
Johnny Bosch reprise his role as Vash?
No.
Aw, bummer.
As far as I can tell, it's all new voice casting.
Alright.
Well, in a way, it's a good way because they're presenting the character very differently.
Right.
Yeah.
And I actually like the character better because he isn't actually in your face about things.
Right.
Sight, we'll take that.
Aw, no knockback. Sad.
No rage. Rage denied. By the way. Forward.
Worthless floor. It'll be interesting to see the changes.
All the stuff that they kind of introduced towards the end, and you suddenly go, oh, so that's what's supposed to be going on around here? They are very upfront about it.
Yeah, they're not leaving the plot for the end of the story, which is what the original one did.
Second episode, I think it was, gives you a full prologue on the original accident and stuff like that.
Yeah. Quote-unquote accident.
Trying to separate these patrollers out.
Thank you.
And of course, Ascendance of the Bookworm is still being really snappy.
So that latest season came out a little while ago.
Yeah, but we're just now getting to it.
Yes, we are.
I really like Ascendance of the Bookworm.
Another controller.
And going around the same way. You need to, seriously change your carbuncle diet or something like that. It's very aggressive.
No, over here! Stupid tab targeting.
Yes.
Know that man.
Still looking for horror. Over here! Someone else can pick it up. I'm kind of busy. Unneeded. The other one that James and I are starting to watch, that we're looking at going, this could be good, but it could go really south really badly, is Fire Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh crap, I pulled two. I didn't mean to pull two.
Yeah, with no abilities.
It's being good so far, but it is putting all of its points on the writing and style.
Yeah, the art style.
Animation is not there.
Yeah. And we're not the only ones to notice it.
I'm sure. Now, when they do the stills thing, like I said, I think they are doing it with a very nice purpose in mind. Because at least in the second episode is all we're up to.
Yeah.
And they weren't doing this in the first episode, so I'm kind of wondering, is this a sign of already you're running out of animation time? Which is a bad sign. So.
I would imagine that would get pretty silly.
I'm feeling very slowed. Wow, we are just not getting much this floor. Yeah, it's one of those things that it can work in the long run if they play their cards
That's
right.
effective.
If they do not play their cards perfectly, in my experience, this type of drama show will face dive with like 2 to 3 episodes to go. I'm hoping that will not be the case. Yeah, another one that I've watched through that I need to show Rye. We kind of want to hold it for the guys, but at the same time, they're going to take forever to get to it because more stuff keeps piling on than they have time to watch.
Yeah, and at some point we need to go make that worse because Picard Season 2 is on Blu-ray now.
Of course it is.
Okay, perfect time. Season 3 starts coming out on the streaming like
At least it'll come out on Blu-ray, unlike The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Looks like we might have a 4-corner room ahead of us.
Yeah, looking that way. But the one I was going to talk about was Shadow's House.
Is that the one that I saw the first episode of?
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen the first episode and I said this is something the guys will like mimic.
Add it to the count.
Already did. Hopefully. Yeah, I really enjoyed Shadow's House. I'm hoping there will be another season of it because it is totally not a completed story. They left it in a good place, but it's not a completed story.
This floor.
And it does not look to be in this room, so I'm tempted to say screw it.
Screw it, let's go.
Let's go looking.
Yeah.
Unless it's behind one of the pillars.
Yeah. It didn't look it.
Can't tell. There it is.
Yeah.
Pillar coming in.
Coming. Just for things we've been watching in general, we are finally hitting the end of
What?
2202 Yamato.
Oh, right, Yamato. Which is being excellent.
Yeah. I need to look up where they are. 3.
Alright, let's blow this
This
joint.
is going to be the year for the 3rd season.
Yeah, Yamato is being excellent. I am so happy they did such an awesome job with it. Welcome home!
These toilets work?
Yes, but they are having problems holding water. Now, the main reservoir will fill, and that's fine. It's when it's dumped into the bowl itself.
Okay.
It'll just slowly drain out.
Ah.
Yeah,
Plumbing
dirt is
issues.
happening
Yeah.
shortly after they. Yeah. It was starting to look like it might have stabilized earlier. But yeah, it started gurgling after you guys left.
Yeah, when we were eating, the guy and I were mistaken.
Alteration, that's kind of useless.
Yeah, it's useless right now.
Okay.
Oh, crap.
What? Yeah, there's a lot of that.
There's the exit.
Fight!
Always useful.
Yeah, apparently one of the things that's been kind of happening online is that a lot of people have been review bombing the new Trigun because it isn't a retelling of the old Trigun, even though the old Trigun really went off script from the manga.
Yeah.
There we go. Passage active.
Okay, we're out of here.
I mean, I was always very impressed by the original series for how it went from very goofy to very serious on a very steady pace so that you kind of kept up with the tonal shift. That's a really hard thing to do.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about the new Trigun is that I like the kind of design work in the old one a little better, slightly.
Particularly Bastion's code. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I agree with you.
However,
Having taken a better look at it,
the animation is so beautiful that it's just... No, the animation is stunning. People don't give the animation enough credit. Yeah, where here, it's obviously they actually hired some animators who knew what they were doing. TM. Because it goes from a very semi-realistic to total Warner Brothers goofy, and it all stays logical to the world and the environment. Good dodge there, Tay.
I'm just happy on the first one where he went charging away just as my cycle was shifting from not that from melee to ranged.
Oh god, that's ha 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 ha!
Yeah, it damages all the knockback and making sure he doesn't put you somewhere where you want to be. So, up against that wall was actually a very good position. This is not.
Doesn't matter, duty complete! Total duty complete! I think that's all the time we're gonna have for an actual run.
Yeah. Yeah.
We
don't
need at
have enough
least
time for
another
that.
half hour.
But we've got 4 trim sacks each.
Yeah?
Nothing to be shabby about. Yeah, I've been kind of force-feeding Knights of Sidonia to Rye recently.
You have not been force feeding it to me.
Well, I was
There's no forcing about it.
I was originally unsure whether you would like it or not.
I remember decent chunks of it from watching over your shoulder when you originally saw it back when it came out. I thought it was reasonably interesting then. So I am happy to finally catch up with it.
Yeah, and we're also poking occasionally at their new show, which came out this season, which is Kaeda of the Snow Sea.
And I've been wanting to see more of that.
Yeah, so far the only show I have not cared for from that studio on a writing basis wise has been oh god, now I can't even remember its name. It's still up on Netflix. Kind of modern horror action anime.
Oh, no wonder.
I think their more sci-fi stuff is a better turn, and I think you'll actually like Blame, which is the movie they did before Knights of Sidonia. But it's very much in that same style.
Hope D&D went well, then.
Well, they seemed happy when they got home.
Yay!
Oh, so Cedric did get pulverized again.
I'm sure everyone will get a really massive report come next Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
I'd imagine so.
Okay. Okay, so the new series on Yamato is 2205. Another 3 years.
Gotcha.
And it looks like the first 2 movies are out. Which of course will turn into like about 6 episodes.
Yeah, we might want to wait for them
We
to
will probably want to wait for them to get the rest of them done, yes.
get the rest of them done and have the English dub done.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, we are not purists. We will lean towards the dubs when they're available, if they're not half bad. There are some dubs that you avoid, though.
Yeah.
So far, Yamato has not been one of them.
No. They did a good job on that.
Yes, they did. Blaze, where are you going? Trying to go off and take a swim and take us with us?
Yes.
Silly burb. So yeah, I think we actually did a really good run. 160.
Right on schedule.
So we'll definitely hit the Run Eater tomorrow, which would be Behemoth.
Yeah, you mean next week.
Yeah, that's right, next week.
Tomorrow is the buns.
I'm a bit punch drunk. I'm sorry. Yes, tomorrow's the buns. We will be doing the Valentine's Day episode,
Yes.
which is adorably sweet.
As usual.
Trying to think what else here. Yes, Battle Axe. I will agree with that. That was also a very, very old dub. Part of the issue there is modern technologies allows dubs to be done a lot easier and feel a lot more natural. Back in the day of film stock, where they were basically handed the completed film, and they had to figure out how to isolate the voice channel away from all the special effects and music.
Yeah, speaking
No.
of COVID delays, one of the things that happened last year is Right Stuff and Nozomi Entertainment, which is their little translation studio, managed to get a hold of the proper separated tracks for the original Dirty Pair TV series.
Oh,
doing
yeah,
the
that's
redub.
right.
And I hadn't heard too much from it recently for a while, and they sent out a update recently saying that basically their voice director had gotten COVID. They're
Yeah.
back. They are restarting the dub process, so that is still upcoming.
Also, last I checked, Nozumi/Right Stuff is now owned by Crunchyroll, which is owned by
Yeah.
Sony. The great anime merge has begun.
Started some time ago.
Yes, Dirty Pair.
Yes.
So we're actually
Classic
excited
from
about
the
that
80s.
because we kind of grew up in high school with Dirty Pair.
Well, kind of, though, of course, we didn't get to see much of this, as the TV series, all that really came over here was the VHS release of the last 2 episodes, which never aired.
Yep.
For a property that did well at the time, it did not do well on air to begin with. It actually got canceled before the last 2 episodes were aired.
Also, I get the impression that Dirty Pair did better over here than it did in Japan.
Hard to say. I mean, it did well enough that somebody decided to do a really well done movie, which,
Yep.
as far as I know, did well.
A movie, 2 OAVs, and technically a reboot, which would be Dirty Pair
there
Flash.
was one OAV, I think, and then there was the OAV series, which is when they go to the gray uniforms, and then you get Flash, which is the reboot.
Yeah.
Well, not quite a reboot. It's supposed to be them somewhat younger.
There's a blast from the past. Yeah, at some point we really should sit down and rewatch our new updated version of blanking on the name, Kenichi Sonata.
Bubblegum Crisis?
No,
No.
Two cats,
Oh, goodness.
not Gunsmith Cats, the prequel to it.
Yeah.
riding bee.
Writing Beam, thank
Oh,
you.
Yeah, that's right. There's the newer version of Writing Beam. That's right. We do need to see that.
Writing Being, an anime that on the surface of it sounds like it would be absolutely, utterly horrible. Why would you watch this? And it ends up being this absolutely pure piece of diamond. But it's also one of those ones that's kind of gotten so old school, a lot of people don't remember it anymore, which is sad because
Yeah.
it is a classic.
Yeah, one of the things I was a little disappointed to have to skip on, but wasn't quite what I wanted to go for, was when Anime Ego did the re-release of Megazone 2-3 Part 1.
Mm.
Because there is a bit of history. As they pointed out, it was the first commercially successful OAV.
Yes.
There'd been a few before it, but that was the one that showed everyone, yeah, you can make a good amount of money doing this.
Yep. Which is also funny in the fact that I actually liked Megazone 2-3 Part 3 the best.
3, yeah. Oh, yeah. Part 1 had problems which make a lot more sense when you find out that it was going to be a full TV series, which in that day is, 26 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And it got canceled halfway through production, and Part 1 was basically them salvaging what they'd already done into a single video.
Yeah.
Which is why it leaves off at such an odd point, is that's as far as they'd really done. And then Part 2 was basically what the second half of the series was going to be. And yeah, wasn't as good. Partially, of course, their budget would have been a lot smaller since this is okay. Now we're doing this for a video instead of we're about to release this as a full TV series, which didn't happen.
Yeah, it was kind of sad. It would have been interesting to see the whole original concept for the
Yeah.
TV series, because they definitely had something there. It wouldn't have done as well if they didn't. But it is what it is. That was, yeah. And then, of course, part 3 is when they just said, okay, now we're actually going to write something solid.
Yeah.
And it made a lot more sense.
Now they could cut loose from, the plot line that they had going and say, okay, all new plot, just taking the situation as we left it and advancing like a couple hundred years.
Yeah. It worked great.
And of course, both parts 1 and 3 had some really, really good music. I think part 2 suffered on that.
Yeah. 3's music was awesome. 2's was eh.
And 1's was very, very good.
Well, it had more the budget for it.
Yeah. I think that was one of the places where they just didn't have the budget, was to get in the songwriters and singer for part 2.
Trying to think what else is coming out or what else we're watching that folks might be interested in. I'm just drawing a blank. I'm sorry.
We need to see if more Devil's Part-Timers come up.
No,
Not yet.
No new Devil's
Yeah,
a
we caught up
Part-Timer. I think we have to wait for more books again,
Yeah.
which happens with that
Basically
series.
caught up on the current one.
But there's definitely a serious plot going on.
Oh yeah. Of course, there's been Kumi Can't Communicate.
Yeah, you guys have been enjoying that more than I have. It's not bad, it's just a little too episodic for my tastes.
Yeah. You still laugh though.
I never said it was bad. But you know me, I prefer thick, juicy, meaty plots that force me to binge.
Yeah.
And then I wonder why I never get any sleep. Yes, I do. But yeah, another one that I need to get back to. I'm kind of hoping I can get everyone to sit down and watch it, because I think everyone would enjoy it. At the same time, it's like I do need to watch the second season, which is all out now, and that's To Your Eternity.
I
Which-
remember you mentioned that one.
A fantasy contemplating death based on Inuit folklore and legends, roughly. It's kind of like the same way we have a lot of Tolkien is based on European and English folklore and legends. And the first season was really good, but oh man, did it hit in all the feels. It was almost too painful. It hit in all the feels. And unfortunately, we probably will not get, oh god, now I'm trying to remember the name of it. It was the one about the little girl who was being escorted through the world by a golem. I don't think any of you guys saw it.
Okay.
It was not bad. It was rather sweet. Unfortunately, the original manga author passed away suddenly.
Oh.
So, we'll probably not get a second season of that. Sigh.
That's a bummer.
Yeah, we need to get on to the next season of Made in Abyss. Because that's all out, plus the movie.
We need the main problem that's been sticking us is remembering which title is which so we get the right movie and end up watching the movie that happens in between seasons 1 and 2 instead of like sticking ourselves in the summaries of season 1.
Yeah. That would be good.
We never get around to it because anytime we think about doing it, we have to go look that up.
If you want more of a lighter flair, I actually rather enjoyed Ya Boy Kong Ming. That was... It was like the anti-Izeki. For those who don't know, Ya Boy Kong Ming is about a legendary general or tactician from the Warring States period in China being reborn in modern Tokyo into the world of peace that he always has dreamed of, and finding his new calling as a music producer and manager slash publicist for a female musician who he thinks has the voice of a goddess.
Oh, brother.
It's actually adorable. And Kong Ming is so straight-faced. He's constantly walking around in these traditional Chinese clothes, and they're like, oh god, it's another cosplayer. And he ends up working at the same bar that his idol musician girl works at, because the manager is really into the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. So they just constantly geek out at each other. It's hilarious. I thought it was going to be a complete train wreck. It ended up being charming.
It is charming.
I honestly expect to see another season of that sometime in the future.
It's getting kind of late.
Yep, it is that time, folks. Thank you all very much for coming. We will be on tomorrow again at 9:30 with the Buns for more Valentine stuff, and then back to MSQ and oodles and oodles and oodles of side quests. Yes, PA Works definitely makes strange hits. But thank you all. We will head off now because these two are probably going to turn into pumpkins any moment now. You all be safe, be well, and see you next time.
Yeah, everyone have a good night. Hope to see you tomorrow.
Not everyone.